Hi, friends. Tony DeWitt here, Missouri appellate attorney and a guy who likes to make the law make sense on YouTube. Here's what we're discussing today. Yesterday, opening statements came off in the Adam Montgomery trial. I thought the prosecution opening was just a very good, clear, well-done presentation, lots of audio visuals, lots of slides to help the jury understand what's going to be presented. And I thought they did a really good job of making out what happened to Harmony based on the testimony of Kayla. Now, when they finished and sat down, the defense got their turn, and as I said yesterday, I'm pretty sure the only reason to confess to tampering with evidence and desecration of a corpse is to set up a defense, and the only person that you can set it up against is Kayla, because that's who's testifying for the prosecution. Now, this is a very good opening statement if you want to put out a counter narrative to what the prosecution has done. Let's watch a little bit of it. And I am anticipating here that they are going to try to point the finger probably at the stepmom.
Are you ready?
There's no other reason for him to plead guilty to, tampering and destruction of physical evidence if he's not going to point the finger on the murder at somebody else.
You were just left with that picture of Harmony, and seeing that picture is heartbreaking, knowing that Harmony is dead. But Adam Montgomery did not kill Harmony. Adam Montgomery did not beat Harmony in the head as he approached the Burger King drive-thru. Adam Montgomery did not cause Harmony's death. Kayla Montgomery was the last person to see Harmony alive and know how Harmony died. But she didn't come clean with Adam. She didn't come clean with the police. And she will not come clean with you. She is still lying about the cause of Harmony's death. Even though Kayla now has her deal with the state, she continues to lie.
Did you catch that part about Kayla having a deal? Without saying as much, he is sort of previewing the fact that he is going to beat this woman around the head and shoulders with her plea deal. He's going to smack her upside the head and say, this is why you're lying. Now, I don't know that that's necessarily always real effective, but certainly there really are only two people who know what happened to Harmony Montgomery. One of them's Kayla and one of them's Adam, and you have to figure out which one is going to be more believable. Now,
the only reason Kayla has to lie now is to protect herself. The only reason she has to lie and point the finger at Adam is because the truth points the finger at her. The only reason Kayla has to lie to make Harmony's death so brutal and foul by Adam is to hide that Adam was protecting Kayla, his wife, and the mother of his kids. Now look, I'm not pretending that Adam isn't innocent here. Adam is not an innocent here.
Smart.
He and Kayla covered up Harmony's death. He's not an innocent here. He and Kayla moved Harmony's body from place to place to keep it hidden.
Excellent.
And Adam is not an innocent here. He
This is good
and
strategy.
Kayla put her body in a shower to wash her remains of the fluids of decomposition, and then permanently hid her remains. You can and should find him guilty of those crimes. But in committing those crimes and sticking with a story that protected his wife, Adam set himself up for Kayla's betrayal. Her betrayal to accuse him in the most vile way possible of what he did not do. To accuse him of brutally killing his, not her, daughter, when she knew that was not what happened. The evidence that will show you that Adam did not brutally murder Harmony will come mostly and very reluctantly, from his accuser, Kayla.
With that admission that they're basically going to get this evidence in through the cross examination of Kayla, by saying that the evidence is going to come in out of Kayla's mouth, what essentially happens here is the prosecution is going to put her up, and then the cross examination is going to be where the defense supposedly scores all of these points. And of course, the reason they're going to do that is to keep Adam off the stand. They are not going to put him on the stand, and the reason is because he has a long criminal record. Because if that happens, if they put him on the stand, then the next thing that happens is you did this crime, you lied about that, you did this crime, you lied when you said you didn't do that, you did this crime, you lied when you said you didn't do that. All of these things are going to come in if he testifies, so that's why they're not letting him testify.
But by showing that Kayla's lies continue, and the only one protected by those lies is her. Because only she, other than an infant and a toddler, was around when Harmony died. Only she knows the truth, and only she has benefited from all the lies she has told. November 27, 2019, a day before Thanksgiving. Adam, Kayla, Adam's daughter Harmony, toddler son Seamus, infant son Declan were evicted from their home on Guilford Street in Manchester. They began living out of their Chrysler Sebring.
Due to addiction.
In the following week, when Adam was running around trying to make money to get them out of their situation, Kayla was left cooped up in that seemingly increasingly smaller by the minute car with a 5-year-old child, not her own, a 2-year-old toddler, and a less than 1-year infant, all of whom needed attention, all of whom needed to move around, and none of whom were doing well being cooped up in that car.
Who would be?
Kayla didn't do well either.
And I think we'll cut it off right there. I thought it was a pretty good way to set up this counter narrative to the prosecution's case. They are basically going to say that she's a lying liar who lies, and she lies all the time. She lies like a rug, and as a result, you just can't believe a thing she says. Adam is, although he's not a killer, he is guilty of these corpse-related offenses. And he did that because, he loved Kayla. And of course, later on, they separate. And that's really a problem when you and your spouse engage in criminality and then later decide that you're going to get divorced. Because suddenly, all that loyalty that kept you together and kept you on the same page and you were both going to say the same thing, all of that goes right out the window when you get divorced, and all of a sudden it's, every man or woman for herself, or himself or herself. Sorry, I screwed that up, but you get the point. Basically, Kayla is going to try everything she can to get the deal. And of course, the first one who talks always gets the deal. That doesn't necessarily mean that they're the person who should get the deal. So we'll see what happens. In the course of the trial, it may become very evident that Adam Montgomery had a rage issue, and if that happens, then perhaps it will make Kayla's testimony look a lot more convincing. Well, that's what I have for you today. I appreciate you being here, appreciate you listening. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments down below. Like, share, subscribe, all that stuff that all of us YouTubers ask you to do. I appreciate everything that everybody does on behalf of other people. People are all the time sending me emails telling me what kind deeds they've done. I am so proud of my subscribers because they are a good group of kind people. Please, if you have that opportunity today, do something kind. And then come down here and catch me at the beach again tomorrow. I try very hard not to be like all those other YouTubers who open up every video by asking you to subscribe before you've even seen the content. But now that you've gone a few minutes into the content, if you find this interesting and helpful, please subscribe. I'd consider it a personal favor. If you like this video, here are a few others you might try, and don't forget to subscribe. Have a terrific day, guys.